Good morning, good morning, good morning. Top of the top. I hope you're all doing well. Yes, indeed. All right. So, I want to first get on here and thank you. My heart is so full, you guys. When I tell you 2 days in a row to have those classes sold out. Good morning, Gummy Thick. How you doing, baby love? When I tell you, I just wanted to get on here and thank you guys this morning. When I tell you that Thursday and Friday to have all of those sessions sold out. Good morning, Fiab 1984. How you doing, babe? I just want to say thank you, guys. I had to get on here this morning before I jump in the shower and get ready for today's classes and go do my walk. I wanted to thank you guys. All of the sessions for Thursday and Friday were sold out. And that's why I poured in and gave you guys even more stuff. I worked with you extra hour, did your business plans, help you set up all your forms. I got texts from 2 people this morning, already got their first contracts. I am so excited for you. And I just wanted to get on here and thank you guys for trusting the process. Good morning, Whitey. I want to thank you for trusting the process. Good morning, Andres. I want to thank you for trusting the process. I want to thank you for trusting me with your time. And I was so happy to pour into you guys. I was so happy to be able to give you all the tools that you needed and to get your business plans going. I was truly, truly happy to help you. And I'm really excited. Today's 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 2 o'clock sessions were sold out within 18 minutes. And since now we know that Party City and Big Lot are going out of business, the tools that I gave in my event planning business classes yesterday, I'm giving even more tools because those were 2 of the stores that I gave information on yesterday. I gave you all of their quiet sale dates. Now it's even better because now I'm going to show you the tools to get your big products from their online warehouses that are going to be 70, 80, and 90 products from their online warehouses that are going to be 70, 80, and 90 because they are going out of business. I'll be able to give you the information that you normally cannot get. Now that they're going out of business, the tools that I gave you yesterday do it tenfold. Start storing those things. Now you can start getting your arches, your balloon arches, your step and repeat, your champagne fountains, the things that you normally cannot get in the store that you order online or that you rent. You can now get those big ticket items and put them in a storage. You don't have to rent them. Now you can also rent them to smaller event planners and make more revenue and have a better ROI. Hello, morning, Drew, morning, Drew, morning, Drew. I'm looking forward to the people who already bought in today's 10 o'clock class. For you people that did buy into yesterday's class but didn't attend, all of your business plans, your contracts, your NDAs, your confidentiality agreements, and the recording of the class was emailed to you yesterday within an hour of the class. So please check your spam as well as your promotions email boxes. If you don't see it in your primary email, everything was sent right after class from my assistant, so you should have that. And if you have any questions about any of the documents, your business plan was sent to you complete. To those of you who did the group home class, not only that, we sent you the template for you to be able to file your 501c3, for you to be able to put your mission statement in. We sent you a sample budget, so everything that you need to file with your 501c3 application. And then we also sent you the sample, your binder for your group home. So Again, I just want to thank you. That's all this was for. Just for me to thank you and be able to tell you that we really appreciate you trusting the process and for you entrusting us with something we can't get back. But we do appreciate you giving us yours. So have a blessed day. I am getting ready to go do my walk. I will be doing my walk talk as I do every day. And today's topic is going to be, what do the holidays mean for you? And is this a lonely time for you? Is this a time that you congregate with friends and family? And I enjoy seeing you on my walk. And then at 10 o'clock, for those of you who are in my 10 o'clock class, I will see you at class. And I have classes today at 10, 12, 2, 4, 6, and 8. And they're all sold out. And I look forward to have a blessed day. Look at the weather outside. It is so beautiful. I had deer grazing in my yard today. Tonight is going to be a temp of 23. And tomorrow it's going to be a temp of, tonight's going to be a temp of 25. And tomorrow a temp of 23. I had deer grazing in my backyard this morning, which was phenomenal. And again, I only came on here to thank you for attending the classes and selling them out, and to let you know that those of you who purchased them but could not attend because we know you have jobs, all of your material, your contracts, your non-disclosure agreements, your confidentiality agreements, your sample contracts are in your inboxes, as well as the recording of the entire class. And you who were on the group home class, your 501c3 templates, your budgets, your 501c3 applications, and your group home binder sheets samples are also in your email. Please check your spam. And the recording as well is in your email with every step of the way. For those of you who were in my event planning class yesterday, as you see, I made the announcement about Party City and Big Lot going out of business, and we did talk about Party City and Big Lot in the class, and I let you know the days that they have their sales that they disclose to the public, and they under sales for online that they don't disclose to the public. Well, now that they're going out of business, there's going to be even more opportunity for you to buy your big ticket items from their online warehouse and store those things so that you don't have to rent them from party supply companies, which gives you a lot more revenue and a good return on your investment. And I did receive 4 emails this morning for people who took the class on Thursday. They got their first contracts already with the tools that I gave them, and I am really excited for you. And congratulations. I think that makes me feel good. My heart is full. And I look forward to those of you who are participating in the sold out classes today. I look forward to meeting you. And please provide feedback for those of you who are in Thursday or Friday's classes when you book your first deals. Please. And I hope that giving you all the tools that I gave you really helped you and that they worked for you. And I'm looking forward to hear about your success. And I will see you on my walk this morning. And those of you who are in my 10 o'clock, I will see you at 10 o'clock. Those of you who are Morning Lucas, those of you who are in my 12 o'clock, I will see you then. And again, all of your materials are in your inbox. The recording from the classes are in your non-disclosure agreements, your confidentiality agreements, all your contracts, your business plans. All you have to do is change it to your name. Everything is done for you and complete. All of the things that you received, my private clients pay me $3,500 for that. Corporations pay me $5,000 retainer fee for do all of those things for them and set up their businesses. So you got a deal. You got a blessing. And I want to, take care of it and pay forward, help your staff. If you need staff trainings, have all of them train with me at once. You all still get 1 hour free with me of a full consultation. If it is because you want me to help pitch a client with you, you can use your hour that way. You can use it however you wish, private, with a client that you need to pitch. I will do that for you because, again, for me, it's about making sure that you're successful. And I am so happy to hear your feedback. I'm so happy to hear those of you who already got deals. And for you, I don't want to call you out, Tim, but you did a class with me on Thursday. I helped you do your proposal and you got your first government contract yesterday. You did the bid. They sent you an email yesterday at 3:40. I helped you write the bid. They sent you the email at 3:40 asking you to send your proof of life insurance of $2 million. and I helped you put it together and send it last night. So if you could send me an email so that I can do that, so that we can kind of show the process and the success of that. That was less than 2 days. You took my class. 2 days later, you already got a deal. Please send the emails. Put that, for confidentiality reasons, I can't post that unless you send it to me to post. So I would love to be able to do that so we can kind of show people, if they trust the process, it can happen and it can be them. And it's really important because they can see you did not have a job and you were struggling and you trusted the process and you're already blessed. And it's just about believing in yourself, you guys. It's about believing that you can do it. And you have to create your own lane. If nobody is giving you what you need, you have to create your own. About something and you believe in yourself, you can do it. Don't allow anyone to stagnate you or tell you that you cannot do it. Create your own lane. If you love to drive and you find your peace driving and listening to music, start your own transportation business. You don't have Uber and Lyft. Why would you do Uber and Lyft and have them taking money out of your revenue? Why would you do that? Start your own transportation company. Be a private driver. Get a Sprinter built. If you have a 720 credit score or more, I can help you get a custom Sprinter built with all Apple product, custom TV, custom, JBLs in your full surround sound system in a 13, 12 passenger Sprinter. TVs, everything, 3 televisions, full marble bar, custom built out in a Sprinter. Then you can do concerts, promoters, celebrities, have venue contracts. If you have a 720 credit score, they build it. It takes 7 months to build a complete build out, custom, everything that you pick out to your liking. If that's your passion and you find your peace driving, do that. Get a black car, get a Suburban. If you don't have the revenue to do it, okay, fine. Start out by renting your Suburbans through Avis or Budget or Hertz while you're waiting on your Sprinter to get built. Build your revenue, save your money, do a business plan, do a budget. I give you the business plan. I give you all the tools. The book tells you every single thing to do. I give you every single step in the class and how to build it, how to build the business, how to set the budget, how to save the money, how to make it happen. I give you every single tool. I give you every single of the 3 extremely successful transportation companies that I've set up and how I did it. I give you every single step. Rent what you need until you get what you want. I also give you the tools of the people where to rent the RVs or the Sprinters until you get your own. You can do that and still provide those services to concert venues, celebrities when they come in town to do shows, to promoters who need to have transportation for the weekend, when the festivals come in. You can do that. Don't do Uber and Lyft and cut out the middleman. Do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. If you're hurting from and you have a new car and you're scared of your car getting repossessed, okay, rent your car on Turo. Meantime, then set up your transportation. Get the proper license that you need. Find out what it is for your state. Find out if your state is very regulatory. The highest regulatory states are California and Florida. Find a way to go around that. Own your own company. If you love throwing a party and you're the person that throws a party for the weekends at your home or you throw the parties set up your own event planning company. If you're the person that everybody calls to decorate, help them decorate for their wedding, their birthday reception, that's your gift, set up your own event planning company. You don't have to be losing. You don't have to struggle. You do not have to be struggling corporate America and dealing with the stresses of that. Set up your own business. Create lanes for yourself. 2025 is going to be a scary time. And if you are not already an entrepreneur, this is the time for you to create wealth for yourself. And you do not have to create wealth in multi-level marketing. Create lanes with your passions, what you like, what you love to do, and what works for you. And 5 law firms in intellectual property law in the country for 20 years. My legal career, I always owned a business. I had a successful restaurant, bank cleaning business, a janitorial service, my event planning business, my grant writing business, my transportation business. I have always owned a business with my career, and now I only own businesses, and I give other people the jewels. I feel like I'm blessed to be here. So I give away what I've done and also my mistakes. I fell multiple times. We all fall, but we get back up. So because I'm able to give those tools and tell you where I've messed up, how I've messed up, so that I can tell you this is what I've done, this is how I corrected it, and this is the course correction I had to make to do it right, to perfect it. And now I can write about it and you so you don't make the same pitfalls or the mistakes that I've made in business. And I can honestly say the biggest pitfalls that I've made is believing in others more than myself, or giving family passes when I should hold to the same standard that I made my employees held to. So those are the things that I do different, is I hold family to the same standard, or I just won't work with family. And I'm just being honest. So I give away the tools that I do, and I give away more than I withhold. I try not to withhold anything, because I feel like if it's for you, God is going to bless you. If it's for you, you're going to be blessed. And if you're doing the right thing, you're going to be blessed. So I try to pay it forward. And I do this more so, I feel like I've been so blessed. I've been so abundantly blessed with my life, with what I have. People, I have been on my deathbed 3 times and I'm still here. I've been where the doctor has told me that I would not make it through the night. You know what? I'm still here. God has kept me here for a reason. So these are also one of the reasons that I constantly pay it forward and give away. People always say, why do you always giving away your secrets? Why do you always have? Because if it is meant for them and it's their blessing, God only used me as a tool and a vessel to give it to them. What they do with it is on them. Either they're going to do right, and the seed was planted, so let them grow. Sometimes God will plow a field so he can move mountains for you. So either you take it or you don't. I open my classes up to 50 people, and this is the last week that I'm doing it here. When my clients retain me, I just contracted a Robex. For you guys who don't know, Robex, juice is like a smoothie shop. It's a franchise. I just contracted a Robex because her Robex is not doing good, but it's all in the marketing, and she's not marketing it properly, and she does not get a lot of help from corporate. But I give you, that client just paid me $5,000 to do. My classes are $29. But I go in and I revamp everything that they're doing. I plan events to get the customers in. I do a week of marketing. So if you guys don't take the tools that I give you, there's nothing that I can do about that, but I put it out there. And I only hold my classes to 50 people, and they're sold out, and then I'm done. I have 1 week left of classes, and they're done. But again, if you have passions about something, I'm telling you now what you need to do. Make those passions, pay it forward. Again, if you are about giving parties, throwing events, Party City and Big Lot are going out of business. If you can afford to go get some of the big ticket items online that you can store, and then you can rent out to smaller event planners when they need it. You can get the stanchions that for red carpet. You can get the arches for balloon arches. You can get the pipe and drape for pipe and drape. You can do those things and store them, and you can rent them out to smaller event planners, or you can rent them out to people who need it for a wedding. You can get the champagne fountains. They're going out of business. They don't carry those in the stores. You have to get them from partycity.com. Big Lot is also going out of business. So my shed in my backyard, I have like 270 trees in my backyard. So you can imagine my storage size back there. I have one storage that's built and one storage that's bought. One is all event planning stuff and tables and chairs and stanchions. A lot of the times I rent that out, but I rent it to the clubhouse in my HOA or to neighbors that give parties. That alone, I don't have to rent it to just with my neighbors in HOA. Clean up. And then the other one is like stuff that I need for my businesses, for my janitorial business, like my buffers, my strippers, things like that. That's another thing. You can start your janitor. I haven't even done that class yet, and I think I'm going to have to squeeze it in next week. You can rent that stuff from Home Depot. Get 3 or 4 contracts. Get that stuff, rent it from Home Depot. until you get enough to start buying a machine at a time. But you can do 3 or 4 bookings. Tell the client that you're booked up so you can book them all on one day and rent the machines on one day. This is the only day that I have availability. Book 3 things that day. 3 bookings. Rent it from Home Depot, what you need that day. Rent the buffer and the stripper. Rent the air restoration machine to clean the air if you're doing an air restoration. Now, I buy all my machines. I have an air restoration cleaner that also does the aromatherapy and cleans the air and then puts beautiful scents in the air when I'm done. But you can also, buy one and then rent one. You go do 3 big buildings. That's $9,500 in one day, but you've only spent $300 to rent the machines. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Create your wealth, create your lanes. See, just talking to you guys, that's a class I'm going to, because that's how I started with my bank cleaning business. Well, it was really a blessing. My mom used to have the contracts back in the day. Now I'm dating myself. Back in the day before the Patriot Act, banks used to have their money bags picked up and taken to the location. My mother used to be one of those people that went in the unmarked truck to pick up the bags from the bank and drop it off at a warehouse. I have no idea where that warehouse is. My mother never talked about it. She never disclosed that with us. But now checks are electronic. They're scanned in, and that's how they're deposited. Before, she'd have to go to multiple banks and pick up the bags and take them to a warehouse. Then, a lot of you on the East Coast won't know this, but it was California Federal, and then it went to, this was before it was Chase, it's now, and then it went to Washington Mutual. It changed names 3 times, and then it was CalFed, and then it went to Chase. Well, we had the contract because the bank branch managers all loved my mom, and she told them that her daughter had a bank cleaning business. Your branches are always dirty. And they said, she told them, well, could you have your daughter come and bid them for us? And we did, and I got the contract. And we had the contract up until Washington Mutual became Chase. And then, Chase was different. We lost the contract. And so when we first started, we rented the machines. I didn't have all of the full staff to do all the branches. So I used a temp service for the staff that I didn't have. And I rented some of the machines. And then every month that we got paid, I would add a new machine. And when we had big jobs for buffing, the buffer was like $2,900. I would rent the machine because we only buffed and stripped once a month. Then rent a machine, and then when we got enough revenue after paying staff, I would buy a machine and add a machine till I had all of my machines. So there are ways that you can do this, people. There are ways that you can do this. It's no different than what I was telling you about the transportation business. The 3 companies that I have that are rocking West Palm Beach right now, I started them out with renting SUVs. I'm going to tell you a secret. For those of you that know me, I've been doing the Triple Threat for 19 years. Triple Threat is Pro Bowl, Super Bowl, All-Star Weekend. I started doing strictly Super Bowl and All-Star Weekend 29 years ago, but I would do Triple Threat for 19 years. When I started doing Triple Threat, I started with renting my vehicles. Now, my packages are all inclusive. It includes your room, all of your transportation, everything, right? All of your transportation to the parties. I have packages that includes everything, and then I have transportation that only includes airport transfers and your room. When I started doing Triple Threat, I would rent 2 SUVs from Hertz because I can have an additional driver, and I'm gold at each of them. 2 SUVs from Avis, 2 SUVs from Dollar. But now some of them have merged, so I can't do it like that. So I do 2 SUVs. I'm just putting you up on game. I do 2 SUVs from Hertz, 2 SUVs from Avis, 2 SUVs from Enterprise. Now, all of my rooms, since I am Ambassador Elite at Marriott, pay in advance, full price. Now, when it's a black event, Essence Festival, which I do every year, full package, All-Star Weekend, Super Bowl weekend, you got to pay. The whole thing up front. You don't have to do that for these regular conventions. Black conventions, you got to pay for the whole thing up front when you book it. I don't have to do that because I'm Ambassador Elite. I can check in at midnight at any hotel, check out at midnight, right? I book everything in advance, my cars, the whole nine, and then I put my packages on sale. This is also in my event planning class. I put you up on game. I have sponsors. I do my sponsor deck. My sponsors end up paying for most of my stuff that I put in the bags and the gift bags that I leave in my rooms. They provide all of that. Some of the sponsors pay me to put it in the rooms because they know the people are going to like it and they're going to buy those products. I'm putting you up on game, people. My cars are rented. I have one Sprinter and 3 SUVs. I pay $800 to ship them to the destination. This year's Super Bowl in New Orleans. I have 15 rooms, 15 suites. I only cars, but I rented 8 cars so that all of my guests have transportation, right? But I'm making $85,000. And how much am I out of? Only $6,000. Are paying the majority of it. The people who bought my packages are paying the rest. My packages start at $4,500. I used $330,000 in points to book most of my rooms. I'm making over $80,000. I'm putting you up on game. All of my stuff is booked a year in advance. The day after Pro Bowl, I'm already booked for Pro Bowl next year. The day after our week, my hometown, it's in the Bay Area this year, in February. The day after, I got 5 mansions and 25 rooms for All-Star Weekend this year in Santa Clara. And I gave away 3 packages for people who bought my classes, right? I have 25. This year, All-Star Weekend, I'm making $155,000 on my packages. And I teach you guys how to do this. I don't give anything back. I give you the game. You can do this. Create your own lanes and create your wealth. And if you are about your business and you're not sloppy with it, keeping your books and having integrity is crucial. Because I've taught people and then they mess up the game and run off with the money, and you can't do that. Because this is about the long game. You can't be playing with people's money. You got to have integrity. Because a lot of these things you're booking a year in advance. And you're running specials and you're running promotions for early bookings. That's stuff down. When you book it early, right? And people are paying you early, then you're paying off stuff early. Then you can sit back and go, all my stuff is paid off. The rest is gravy. The rest is mine. Right? But you got to see everything through. You got to make sure you have drivers for your cars. Every time I book a package, I have to book another driver because I have to make sure all my airport transfers are taken care of. And, I don't do anything local because, see, all those people drive up the rates. You'll notice Uber gets super high during All-Star Weekend and Super Bowl. Lyft gets super high. Right now, you can't even get a room in New Orleans. I got an inauguration package. I had 85 inauguration packages for Kamala Harris. And right now, she didn't win. And now I got to rebrand all my packages online because I got to resell them to Trump people. And if they're not sold now, I got to cancel them all. I had parties that were booked. And regroup mentally and emotionally and spiritually, I'm not there yet. I got to get there. So the day after Christmas, I got to woosah and try to with my creative brain to rebrand them to try to sell them and Trump people. I got the rooms already. But that's not my person. But it's about business. So now I have to remarket them and resell them. And I'm going to try to sell them to all them West Palm Beach elites because they can't get no room. There's no rooms. But I have to now remarket and rebrand them and resell them. But I have to take my emotions out of it because it's about business. Otherwise, I have to cancel all of them. And the hotels know they'll lose a lot of money, so you can't cancel them. And again, most of those rooms I booked on points. So all of that money it's ROI. There was no investment. None. And my rooms are in Georgetown Square. They're in Arlington, Tyson's Corner. They're creme de la creme, 5-star. All of them. And it's a beautiful time in Washington, D.C. I won't be going now, but I'm about my money. I'm about my paper, you know? And I'm not building myself. I have everything I need. Those of you who see my house, you see my property. I have 100, almost 200, over 200 trees in my backyard. Deer graze in my backyard. I'm in my 50s. It's not about me anymore. I'm trying to build wealth for my grandchildren that I don't have yet. For the grandchildren who are not here, I don't have grandchildren. So that's what I'm working for now. It's no longer for me. I want to make sure that I build generational wealth for my children's children. And I want to make sure that I build generational wealth for the people that I've helped, for their children and their children's children. I want to be able to get the emails like I got this morning from the gentleman that I helped get the government contract yesterday. And all he had to do was liability insurance showing he had $2 million in coverage. And he will now be going to 8 buildings a month, emptying the cans and cleaning the floors. And he will be getting that $180,000 check in advance, because when you get a government contract, they pay you in advance by the quarter, 6 months, or by the year. But you get that money in advance. You don't got to chase no check. And that's why when I teach you that, I teach you to do your business in the thought of quadrants. Think of quadrants: personal, private, government, nonprofit business sector. Split the pie. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. You have to be intentional and with purpose on the way you are planning your business. Do not put all your eggs in one pie. Don't do that. But tap into your own gifts, because what God's got for you is for you. And don't think that there's something that's too big or you can't do it, because there's nothing too hard for God. And if you believe in your purpose, don't let nobody from that. Because if it is for you, it's for you. Write it down. When I teach you journaling, it's for a reason. You should be able to look back on your journey from the last year and say, wow, I did that. I made that happen. I did that. Because if you look back in a year and you're still in the same place, baby, you're not moving. That means you're not living in your purpose. You have to be able to look back, overcome, and you've done something different. Because if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same result. There's going to be no change. So where are you growing and where are you going? At the end of this year, like I do every year, I give a virtual vision board class. You want to be able to see and be able to tap off that list every year. Where you going? What you doing? I'm going to start shipping those out on the 28th so people have it. So we can on Zoom and do our vision boards and have our sparkling cider or our wine, whatever your thing is, or your coffee or your tea. And we're going to make them together, and we're going to share in our purpose and what our goal is. And then we're going to tap in once a week for 6 months so we can talk about where we going, where we at. What have we accomplished? What are our goals? How can I help you get to that goal? And there's no purpose of us. It's just real talk. There's no pay for that. You don't pay to tap in with me. When I got you, I got you. I don't tap in and say, you got to pay me for a weekly. No, I don't do that. If I'm helping you get to your purpose, it's for a reason. Because see, that's not for you, that's for me. God has kept me here for a reason. I've not been on my deathbed 3 times for him to bring me out, for me to now say, okay, now let me see how I can monetize this. No. I have to change lives. And so that means, how can I get you to your goal? How can I get you to your purpose? How can I help you stuck? Because a lot of the times it's mental. And stop sharing what you're doing. Because sometimes people praying against your downfall. They want you to win. They're not trying to get you to your next goal, or they're constantly speaking negative. If you are working on something, get to where you're going before you start telling everybody what you're doing. If you don't have positive prayer partners and people lifting you up, saying, oh man, you got that, big up, you got that. If they're not telling you that, then they're not your people. Those are not your persons. You need to also write down 5 that you need to do to remove negative influence over your life. 5 things that you need to remove going into 2025. Every year, I'm going to tell you what I do. And I'm going to talk about this at my vision board event. 5 things that I do every year. I take people out of my life who do not serve me well. If they do not serve me spiritually, emotionally, if they don't bring joy to my life, I don't take them into the next year. And I do this every year. I do not take them into the next year. You know, it's not about you, it's about me. But girl, I just, our friendship, serves me. And that's so that I'm not making anybody feel bad. But I'm just going into another direction in my life. And I'm just trying to work on some things. And I just don't take those relationships into the next year. But I write what I need going into the next year. And what hurt me in this. And what will not the next year. Out. I have to do that. My peace is everything. It's everything. And what you want in your 20s, you don't want in your 30s. And what you want in your 30s, you damn sure don't want in your 40s. And in your 50s, you don't give up. I'm being serious. You just don't. You just don't. And I used to be the person and my mom embarrassed. We'd go somewhere and I'd be like, oh my God, she's so embarrassed. And I'm apologizing. Oh, I'm so sorry. Because my mom she was real. And I'd be the one like, oh God, Mom, don't do that, But once I turned 50, I get it. I've lived my life. I've lived it. I get it. I've lived it. Married 28 years. I have 4 beautiful, amazing children. I have lived an abundant life. I have been so blessed. And to much is given, much is required. So I will keep pouring in. I will keep giving gifts and jewels and dropping as many jewels as I can on you guys for the time that I'm here. And I'm new to TikTok. I've been doing this for a long time. I travel all across the country speaking at women's events and publicly and in corporations. But you know what? I was in a grocery store and I was talking to her for over an hour and my daughter was so mad. She's like, why do you have me in the car waiting all this time? Who is that lady? I said, I don't know. But when we finished, the little girl said, God, you helped me so much. You need TikTok. And that's really the only reason I, joined TikTok. I said, you know what? If I can help some young people, I'll do that. So I'm still new to TikTok, you guys. I don't have the TikTok game down, but it's been great. So when I do my classes, I, on Zoom. But when I go live on TikTok, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, YouTube at the same time. But you guys have a blessed day. I'm getting ready to get up, walk, and then get back so that I can shower and get ready for my 10 a.m. class. My 10, 12, 2, 4, and 6 o'clock classes are all sold out today. I want to thank you guys. Oh, thank you, BM. I appreciate that, baby. I appreciate that. And I want to thank all of you guys who did the Thursday and Friday class. Not only were they sold out, I felt so blessed, and we ended up going way over. I hope you guys made sure that you got your recording, you got your non-disclosure agreements. I gave all of you guys a full business plan. All you got to do is change the name to your company name. I gave you your non-disclosure agreements, your confidentiality agreements. You got your sample contracts, your sample bids, your sample proposals. Everything was in there for you to start and run your business. You also still get 1 hour one consultation with me. It could be just me and you, or it could be me and you and your team or your staff, so that I can train them. If you want to do that 1 hour of me pitching a new business with you, for you, I will do that. Whatever I have to do to make sure you win. that's it. If you got first contract this week, I know for the government contract, if you will send me an email, I would love to post that, but I can't do that without your permission. Please, send it to me so that I can post it. If you did get a contract this week after class, please send it to me. I would love to be able to share that and be able to share your testimony. And again, everything is in your inbox, and I want to see you win. I want to hear your testimonies. And please know that when you do a class with me, you got a lifelong partner for help, for advice, texting, emailing. I'm always available. Have a blessed day. I'm going to go out and do my walk so I can hear the birds chirping and let the nature, honey, and God's glory sink on in. That I'm going to come back and get ready for this class. I have no classes tomorrow. I have service, and then I'm for guests to come in to town and my son to fly in. And then Monday are classes, I believe, Tuesday, and then no classes till Thursday. Thursday are my last classes for the year. And as we were talking this morning, I'm going to go ahead and add that janitorial class just so I can teach you guys how to start the janitorial service and how to rent the equipment until you make enough money for the equipment. And I'm going to add the pitches for you to get the doctor's office as well, and where to get the cheapest liability insurance for that business so that you can start the business with the least amount of revenue. No business is free. You got to have marketing. You got to have something. You want to get business cards. You want to have some sense of foundational stability so people feel safe with you. So I will go ahead and throw that up. I wasn't going to do that in 2024 since we had 1 week left, but I will add that for Tuesday. And it'll be $29, and I will add everything, all of your contracts, your agreements, your business plan, your budget, what you need to start at bare minimum, which will be under $150 to start your business. And if you're going to do LLC route, I will put all of that in there. I will also give you the LLC states that have the lowest fee to start. If you're in Florida, you got to go through SunBiz. That's different. But I will give you the lowest LLCs to start, as well as an anonymous LLC, which you can do in New Mexico. So I'll give you all of your options to start it, the lowest, the cheapest. Like I said, it'll be under $150. Now, if you want to do leads, back in the day, you could do lead generation companies with, an email address like a Hotmail, a Yahoo, a Gmail. Most lead generation companies now, for safety reasons, now especially after this Mangione shooting, they want you to have a .com email address to get a lead account, only because anybody getting an executive's email address and personal phone number, because with that information, you can get their personal home information. So they want to be able to track it back to you as somebody that received that information. So you might want to invest in that. You can do that with Google Workspace for under $30. You can do that, with a website and buy a domain. You can do it on GoDaddy. So I'll give all of that in the class. I'll give you all the gems and the jewels that you need so that you have all of that information. So I will throw that class up today. About 20 minutes is all it takes me. I will throw it up and I will, write the plan for it. I'll do it while I'm walking. Yes, I can do that. As old folks, we talk to text. I'm going to the class and get it set up. I'll set it up for Tuesday and tell you exactly what you need to do. And let me tell you another trick. Let me put you up on game. When it's just you and you a soulpreneur, which is what I call it, and I help a lot of soulpreneurs, you get your butt out there with people who are desperate to work. Let me tell you the people who really want to work, the people that's out there at home. Wait for anybody to come and get him a job. Don't chase people to get him no work. You get the people who desperate to work. They out there at Home Depot and Lowe's every single day. So if you a soulpreneur, don't get discouraged. Don't get frustrated. Don't go be begging your cousin and baby boy and Pee-wee, come help me do this. No. Get in your truck or your car, go rent your equipment, and pull up to Home Depot and watch your car get swarmed. Have 3 people pop in and go do your job. So don't be afraid to step out on faith and take those contracts, those cleaning contracts. Take them, because you're going to have help. And you pull up to Home Depot at 5 o'clock in the morning and go pick up your equipment. They open at 6. Get your equipment and pull out. Trust me, they're going to pull up. And you can pay them cash right then and there. You may pay them $50 to go help you for the day. But you've got a $1,500, $2,000 contract. So what you crying about? Step out on faith. Step out on faith. I'm going to put all that in there and tell you to do it. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Get your blessing. Your blessing. Don't block your blessings. Don't constantly say, oh, I can't do that. I don't have no help. No. Get your blessing. Y'all let me sweats on for my walk. I'll get the class up today. It'll be on my Beacon site, which is thebeacons.ai/Mo Talks. I promise I'm going to get up there today. My site is in my bio. By between my 10 o'clock and 12 o'clock class, it'll be up there. I promise. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.